Good morning, everybody. How in the world are you? And it's just barely morning. Well, it's about 10 o'clock this morning. Didn't shoot much video this week. Apologize for that, but things have kind of been up in the air. Uh, had to meet with some doctors. Paul had to meet with some lawyers. It's just one of them things. But got some good news. I thought I was going to have radiation. My PSA count went up, and my oncologist, my cancer doctor, he said, I'm going to send you to a radiologist, oncologist, whatever, cancer radiologist. And he said, I'm also going to send you to a urologist. And I like both of them. I think both of them's great doctors and get along with both of them good. And I met with the radiologist yesterday, and I was really concerned about all this radiation and all that stuff. And he looked at my scans and stuff and said, from what I can see here, you may not even need no radiation. And if you do, it'll just be localized to the prostate. So that made me feel better. And I've got to go week after next to that urologist, and he's going to go up in me and look at my bladder and all that, and make sure that cancer ain't went to my bladder. And I'm reasonably sure that it's not, but they want to be sure, and I want to be sure. So that's that. Looks like it. I've dodged a bullet again, for I could just see them radiating me all over. And I was really concerned about that. And naturally, I got on the internet, And if you've got much wrong with you, the worst thing in the world you can do is get on the internet. But I did, and reading all these horror stories and stuff. But I've got a highly respected radiologist, and he explained everything to me, how it worked and everything, and what he thought they'd do. So there you go. I've dodged a bullet again, hopefully, and get a little bit more time out of this deal. And business is good. We've been staying busy. Having just here in the last, starting of this month. And I wasn't supposed to see a doctor all this month, and it seemed like I've had to see one every week. It just ballooned up into that. But I'm good. I'm happy. Glad to be here talking to you folks. I wished I was in the sawmill sawing, and I will be Monday. For I don't have no doctor's appointments at all next week, and got plenty of work to do, and I feel good, and we already have a good week next week. Mother's down there. I don't know if you can hear her in the background now, but she's down there at the sawmill laying out logs, getting everything ready. And she's a happy camper. So she was just relieved to death. She was worried, just almost to tears. I'm afraid, it is going to wind my little ball of yarn up. But it didn't. See where Stevie and Wade's poking fun at one another. Poor Wade fell and skinned his butt. Got to be careful, Wade. We all do stuff like that. He asked me up there yesterday, he said, have you failed in the last 3 months? I said, probably several times. But I said, I work in sawdust, so I landed soft. She said, well, how's your balance? I said, as good as it's ever been. But, I was wondering if I was just sweet and blundering around falling. I ain't doing that yet anyway. But I'm glad to see Wade and Stevie. Glad to met them too. It just makes the day go by faster when you've got somebody you can poke fun at. They can poke it back at you. You trust one another, that just makes the day go by better, to have somebody good to work with. Me and old boy worked together for 5 years. When I was a millwright, we was partners. And we had a really, really, really good working relationship. His name was Vernon. He's been dead for 20 years, I guess. He went from millwright to machinist, and after the bleachers shut down, he got a job at another one of the factories around there and dropped dead in front of his lathe with a massive heart attack. That's, in my opinion, that's about as good a way to go as they are, you know. But me and him put in many a day, and I guess he was the logger Wade and I was the Stevie. We had a lot of fun together. Done a lot of work, done a lot of dangerous work. And me and him both had no problem with putting our lives in one another's hands, you know, for we trusted one another. And if you're fortunate enough in life to get a working relationship like that with somebody that you like and respect, and you can make fun of without them getting all huffy, you're very fortunate indeed. So when I see them two working together, that brings back some real good memories. For if I'd have seen Vernon do what Wade done, I would have thought it was hilarious. And if he'd have seen me do it, he'd have just died laughing too, you know. He mashed his finger one time. He had on a pair of gloves. He jerked it out, and he was a fan in that finger. I said, "Oh man, that sounds like a pheasant a beating." He jerked that glove off, and it wasn't hurt too bad, but he just noted he'd mashed his finger off. But it's just stuff like that all the time. And it's good to have a good working relationship with somebody. For now, me and Mother, I can't devil Mother like that. She'll kill me. I have to sort of give her space. For she don't like to be laughed at. Now she likes to laugh at me. I mean, she thinks it's hilarious, and I do something stupid. But now she does something stupid, it's all flabbage, you know. We've got a good working relationship, but you got to be careful when you're sleeping with the one you're working with. You don't want to piss them off during the day. But it's all good. I'm probably as in good a humor today as I've been in months. I'd say for the last month and a half, my health stuff has just been up in the air. And a lot of worries, you know. And when you got something like this, it's a worry. It's terrifying sometimes, you know. But I'm here, I'm happy, and everything's going good. The last time I met with my urologist, I knowed something was up. You could just tell. Well, it wasn't my cancer doctor, it was his assistant, but she's very good and very professional. And I seen her looking at my chart there, and my PSA was on a graph. And you could see where it started out level, and then it climbed a little bit, and then level, and then maybe climbed a little more. Well, right there at the last, it went plumb out the corner of the paper, straight up. I thought, oh gosh, that don't look good. But I thought, well, maybe it's just a fluke for it. It didn't show where it went to, it just showed it going straight up. And she said, well, we may have to change your medicine. And, you know, you could just tell that she was concerned and wasn't telling me everything that I wanted to know. Because I'm sure she wanted to verify it with my doctor before she said it. So, me and Mother left, and I was all down in the dumps, lip just a dragging the grounds, you know, out of that place. For I knowed it wasn't good. Mary Ruth's been just quiet as a mouse. She'd sensed it too. They set double doors right where you come in that cancer center. And as we opened the first one, there was another couple and their child opened the other ones coming in. And it was a young couple, probably 30s. maybe late 20s, early 30s. And they had a child, and it was like a wagon like thing it was in. I'm sure it was something custom made for that child. And the child, I ain't no good at guessing children's ages when they're sick especially, but it was a small child, let's say 4 to 7 years old. Don't know if it's a boy or girl, for it didn't have no hair to speak of, just a little tuft hanging on. And it had his pajamas on, and it was sitting in that wagon, and you could just see the look of terror on its face, for it didn't want to be there. And that poor mama and daddy, they was just whipped. That's the best word I know to say is just whipped. You know, they're worried so about their child with good cows, you know. And I seen that, and as I went out in the parking lot, I told Mary Ruth, I said, I ain't got no problem. I said, we're aces. We don't have no problem. Stuff like that'll really bring you back to reality, you know. So that was sobering to me, for I hate to see a child suffer. That's one thing I don't understand, is why God lets children suffer. I guess I'll understand it one of these days, but I don't understand it. And, you know, bad things happening to good people. Logger Wade was talking about one of his friends getting killed, and by all accounts he was a good guy, you know. You see people like that getting killed all the time, and these jokers are just lay drunk and do dope, and ain't worth steel and everything else. They live to be old men. I don't understand that either. It's just the way life goes. I guess we just need to enjoy all of it we can. Not fall and get butt hurt, Wade. And just be happy. And I'm probably in happiest content right now as I've been. So y'all take care of yourself. Enjoy life. And work hard, but not too hard. And as the old saying says, you can't have too much fun. So I'll get off from here, and maybe, with a little luck, next week I'll get you out some videos. I'll be able to tell you some kind of old story. Hope it's a good and worth listening to. For the last ones I've told, ain't been worth 2 cents. And we'll try to do better. Talk at you later. Bye.